Happy New Year. Can't believe we are recording our blog for this month, January 2025. Happy New Year. Um, I wanted to go through today's message all about wellness wins, specifically highlighting some organizations that got it right. So I wanted to share some success stories today. The first one comes from a manufacturing company that has various shifts, several shifts at that. They have a very succinct leadership team that is open to hearing all about what's going on with the wellness program on a regular basis. We've also established at that organization a steering committee, which is a smaller group with our main leaders. And we call that group the A team. So we work very, very closely with the A team on a regular basis to ensure that the strategy is in line with our goals and objectives for for the particular year. So, one of the things we recognize early on is the need to ensure we're visible. Because as we know, with shift workers, manufacturing organizations, they're not always going to have access to the same communication tools as or technology as others, other office employees or admin employees, and people who are in front of a computer all day. So we had to figure out a way to really focus in on this group of people. And so we looked at when the shifts changed and we recognized that the need we had to be on site. So one of the best practices when it comes to organizations who do implement a wellness strategy is to ensure that we're visible. And visibility means being there when people are there. So recognizing when the shift changes, we're able to capture a tremendous number of people. So that might look like a food demonstration or a health promotion activity or even pancakes or oatmeal. Whatever the case may be, running your event, an on-site event to garner engagement and leadership support, it's always a good idea to do that when shifts are changing. So that might be early morning or later in the evening. It's a really powerful way to get to the people. Now, the second success story I wanted to share is with a utility company. Now, this organization has a vast, various departments, I should say. We have office, customer service, we have administration, and then we have employees who are outside working on a regular basis. So again, same idea. How can we optimize engagement and visibility for organizations with several different employees? One of the things that we talked about with this group was the need for their annual health fair to include several different touch points. So not just in the middle of the day to, work with the people who are on site, rather starting early, finishing a little later, and looking at different ways we can integrate wellness within that culture. So that might look like a stretching demonstration for those who are working outside to maybe highlight or focus in on some of those fine muscle and motor movements that the individuals may be engaged in, and might look a little different for people sitting at a computer all day. So ensuring our messages are parallel to again what the population we're trying to lift up. So if we can empower individuals to think about these things according to their roles and responsibilities of the workplace, it goes a long way. Now, that organization also has a very powerful senior leadership team. And it's a pleasure working with them because they get it. They understand that wellness is an important part of their culture. And they've known that for years and years. So much so, the CEO comes and flips pancakes with us or blends smoothies for employees. Tremendous support, and that program is extremely successful because of it. Now, the third example is a not-for-profit organization that's a smaller in scale, but recognizing some of those budget constraints, time constraints, resources constraints. And this group is an amazing group. They have a very engaged leadership team and wellness committee, and they're getting participation like no other because of their messaging from the leadership perspective. They have a succinct communication plan and marketing strategy to ensure their employees know what's going on at all times. So I wanted to showcase these three. There are several others, but I wanted to really look at a cross section of some of the organizations in which we have the pleasure of serving every single day. These three groups have lots in common. First, they have a very engaged senior leadership team, recognizing that leadership from the top, it's a critical best practice when it comes to optimizing engagement within a workplace. Wellness. The second thing they have in common is they all have succinct communication strategies according to the group. So in some groups, they might utilize media boards or kitchens or high traffic areas or email or even in some cases, text messaging. The third element of success here is a succinct marketing strategy. Same idea, ensuring that we're getting to the people as much as we can and ensuring the right people are sharing those messages. I mean, if we run a massive organizational plan and we have zero support from the top, it makes things a little more challenging. So that's a really valuable piece. They all focus on engagement. How can we improve engagement and participation? They're two different things. How can we do that? And then finally, they do track metrics. So they evaluate on a regular basis, getting a feel for what some of those metrics are telling us year over year over year, from health claims, health premiums, absenteeism rates, drug classification data, to name a few. So lots of really great wellness wins this year, and we cannot wait for this year's upcoming year of more wellness wins. Hope you have a great day.